Well, there you go. That's rather mellow, the start to the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big day for SEN. Now, you know that this is the home of sport, and we cover so much and the service across, everything from EPL. You want to tune into a Tottenham game, we've brought you cricket from all around the world. Our rugby league coverage is about to ramp up to its biggest ever in our existence. For this next hour, we'll run you through some of the great talent that we have. But right off the top, before we introduce any of the stars, I'm here to tell you we are doing 4 games a week on SEN this year. Essentially, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you will get your rugby league fix here on SEN, and we're all pretty excited about it. So a big coverage needs a big team, Matty Russell.
Absolutely it does.
And let's go straight right now to Brisbane and a 347 gamer for the Brisbane Broncos, former Queensland Origin star, former Kangaroo, Mr. Corey Parker, co-host of Cozza and Heels, or Heels and Cozza?
No, Cozza and Heels. Good morning, boys. How are you going?
He's jumped out of the box. Morning, Cozza.
Morning, gentlemen. Now, it's interesting to see that Brandy has only been on air a couple of days, already got an RDO. That's not a bad one.
Yeah, that's how it works. Corey.
The great love muscle on Valentine's Day has just come in off the bench.
Appropriate, isn't it, Corey?
No, it's a huge year for SEN. So, Corey, you'll be part of the team. You love the commentary. You've become a star performer in the media. Mate, good time to come on board with SEN.
Yeah, certainly is, Vossy. As you just touched on, 4 games for SEN across the weekend, and there's going to be some absolute beauties. As we all know, I mean, the ups and downs, the ins and outs of the great game of rugby league. It's the game that never ceases to amaze and continues to give us headlines and stories and all the above. And we've already had a couple of yarns this morning off the back of that game last night between the Sharks and also the Canberra Raiders, which really blew out. And plenty of talking points.
Well, from Corey Parker, a 300 gamer, a proud Maroon. Let's go to another 300 gamer, a proud Blue. Brett Kimmorley will be part of the SEN team as well. Noddy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matty and Vossy. Yeah, I feel a bit bad. Corey's played over 300 games, but he played in the middle and made lots of tackles and hit. I was 307, and sometimes I was second line defence for a fair bit of it, and I'd pass the ball when there was nothing on for me. So, looking forward to it. As you said, 4 games this year, and obviously, more content across ever for SEN, and I love the game rugby league. It's given me so much, and still blessed to be involved 2 ways. Obviously, media-wise in commentating, but obviously coaching as well. So I get a bit of both. I sit on both sides of the fences. I don't know what one's better. I don't know what one's worse.
Surely commentary has less stress while we prepare, and we're consummate professionals, but. Full time, you just take the headphones off and you can move on to the next game.
Yeah, you just keep thinking about it for about 7 more days and you think what you can change. But no, as I said, I've been blessed to be involved in rugby league. It's such a good sport. So many great friendships and opportunities come from it. And as you said, the game has grown, and now we're expanding. We're going to Vegas very, very soon for our second part of Vegas, which was why the Cronulla Sharks and Raiders played last night. They've got to kick off a bit earlier. And then obviously, as you said, the 4 games for SEN. Looking forward to it. Love talking rubbish like you, Vossy. Love being professional like you, where you didn't even have the headphones on before we're going live.
You stole the
biggest statement we're going to come. SEN's going huge, and Vossy's like, just got to put this.
No, but you come into the studio and nicked my headphones. Suddenly I'm looking around for my headphones.
The coach told me I'm on.
I've got
the coach said warm up.
This is like 18th man stuff. I suddenly get the headphones. Now look, we have the great Brett Kimmorley here. We have the great Corey Parker there. I'm going to put you right in the spot. Early Crow.
Yep.
I'm wearing the early Crow hat from the run home from Joel and Fletch. All the captains were canvassed at the launch earlier this week as who is the team to beat. So I'm basically asking you, Corey, you, Noddy, Matty, you can throw your hat into the ring too. Who is the Premiership favourite with you? Corey, you can kick it off. Who's your team to beat? We had Melbourne, Penrith, Broncos, Cowboys got a mention from one captain, Cronulla got a mention from another. Who have you got? One team.
Yeah, for me, look, you can't go past the Penrith Panthers, but the loss of Jerome Luai I think is enormous, given the fact of what he's able and his presence within that side. So I go with the Melbourne Storm, Vossy. I think the Melbourne Storm this season, off the back of not getting the job done last season. The inclusion of Stefano Utoikamanu, who I saw some vision of him the other day. He looks supremely fit. One thing we do know about the Melbourne Storm is they are battle-hardened and supremely fit. Throw in, their superstars in Cam Munster and Jerome Hughes, who will be at the top of their game. They're on a bit of a drinking ban, so they'll be supremely dialed in that regard. Trent Liero, who's got his best football still ahead of him. We saw Sean Bloor, Eli Katoa. I'm going to go with the Melbourne Storm. They're going to be really, really hard to beat this year for me.
All right, just on the run, before Brett Kimmorley gives his tip on 219, we're being broadcast right across Queensland. Skero from Ipswich comes in. Maybe you know Skero, Corey. I haven't had a text from Skero before. He says, here's an early tip for you, Parker, you precious pretty boy. Broncos won't make the 8. Got the popcorn ready for the slide, big boy. Says Skero from Ipswich.
Well, but before we get to Noddy and his tip who's going to win it, Cozza, do you have your Broncos in the top 8? Answer, Skero.
Well, yeah, I do. Absolutely, I do. And I say it for this reason. I mean, I've just gone through some of the players that we spoken about with the Melbourne Storm. You go through the Broncos list, throw the new coach in there who we absolutely know is a winner. No coach in the game, not only in the NRL, across all parts of rugby league has done what Madge Maguire has done. He's won competitions overseas, he's won for his country, he's won Origins, he's won in the NRL. Throw Reece Walsh, throw Katoni Staggs, Adam Reynolds, Benny Hunt, the list goes on. They are well and truly in the conversation. I see the Broncos, and you could say south of the border, I want to buy a sort of, he's got one eye on the Bronco, blah, 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 all that garbage. So listen here, you can get the popcorn out. You can get the popcorn out from Ipswich. You can get the popcorn out from Ipswich because the Broncos will go north on the ladder very, very quickly.
Okay, now,
they'll be in the top 4.
All right, so Broncos top 4,
yes.
Melbourne team to beat. Noddy, what have you got?
I agree with Corey. I think the Broncos will be outstanding. The roster they got is one of the best rosters in the competition, and now with Madge coming in, the hard taskmaster, the success he's had. So I do expect the Broncos to be top 4. I've got Melbourne being my favourites as well as Corey, and I think the fact that they've got better from their roster and they got beat in the grand final. No Nelson in that grand final day. Penrith were outstanding. I've seen Taruva and Luai at Concord in the Zurich Centre, obviously there for the West Tigers. They've been outstanding. Obviously 4 grand final success, played in 5, experienced bits and pieces. So I'm seeing what they're doing to a club that's on the rise as well, hopefully for the West Tigers, but also what they're going to lose at Penrith. But I think Penrith will be top 4. I think Brisbane will be top 4. I've got Melbourne as my favourites, and I think the other team, after last night, obviously the Sharks look super fit. And Fanua Blake, I think, will be a huge signing for the Cronulla Sharks.
He's locked in the top 4.
Vossy, when there are 2 300 gamers here, I'm not going to burn any time, but I agree, Melbourne team to beat. Look at that spine.
Yep.
Look at the addition of Stefano Utoikamanu. Look at the coach, Craig Bellamy's still there. Frank Panisi's still there. It's a winning setup.
All right, and I've got Melbourne the team to beat. Now let's go the other way, boys. This is all part of our SEN launch for 2025, but it is about personality. It won't be just all hardcore rugby league talk. Fellas, it is Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Okay, and I want to go away from your partners. We've been asking the listener today to express their love for a football team or a player or a character or a personality.
Well, let's recap, Vossy. Who did you nominate off
I
the top
gave
of the
Bob
show?
McCarthy. I sent out a love message to Bob McCarthy. Bob, I love you.
I went DK Lilly with the open
DK
neck
Lilly.
shirt, ripping in at the MCG, skittling West Indians.
Noddy, do you want to send out a Valentine's Day message to someone you love?
I could say to Graham Murray, a great man, it was a part of the Hunter Mariners. Do people remember the Hunter Mariners? The second best team in the world. Top of stadium there in Newcastle. But Muzz gave me my opportunity to start playing first grade, and I'm very thankful for that opportunity, and a legend of a person.
The late Graham Murray. Yeah. What about you, Corey? A Valentine's Day message of a sporting kind?
My Valentine message for a sporting kind, what has it got to do? Pledge me love for the Broncos, or where am I going with this?
You can go anywhere you like. Like we've got the John Paul Young
Is
theme
it Wayne?
there.
Is he in love with... Are you still in love with Wayne, Corey?
I was in love with Wayne, so we'll go back there. I was in love. Plenty of people have been in love with Wayne before, but I'll go back to, I suppose, 2001. Vossy, you called the game. I was in love with Wayne for giving me his opportunity to play in the NRL.
Just on that, see, back in 01, again, we talk all things here. Corey, you were as bald as a badger. I mean,
Absolutely.
Did you do a little turkey job there between your first grade debut somewhere? Is there plugs? What's the story?
No Matt Lodge turkey job. I just did it all. I just did it all around the wrong way. Look, I don't have many regrets in my life, but that was certainly one of them. No hair. It was horrendous.
Head.
Yeah, no good.
All the big issues here on SEN.
Now, Noddy, I've already gone the early crow on Vegas too.
Yeah.
I have locked in, regardless of what team Penrith pick, I think Cronulla will go over there and start the season with a win over the 4-time champions. Are you prepared?
Are you being serious?
I agree with Brandy. Are you being
Without
serious?
even knowing the Panthers' side, I'm making an observation. Cronulla's going to be at absolute full strength.
Yes.
And you're assuming
and the
Cleary
forwards
and Edwards are playing for
yeah,
Penrith.
I've got
So
them
they'll have
playing.
new halves at Penrith, basically,
Yeah,
for this
so
opening game.
I have them. I have them playing, so they can pick whatever team they like. I just think Cronulla are going to come out of the blocks and win in Vegas. I love the attitude of Craig Fitzgibbon on the show yesterday when we asked about the dimensions of the field. It seemed like they're going to go with an open football mindset. Do you want to lock in a tip or you want to wait?
I'll support you.
There you go.
I'll support Andrew Voss. I'll be crazy to do it, but I'm going to do it.
Cronulla to win. That can be in your Bryden's lawyers.
Okay, Corey, I went with Penrith. Are you staying with me? Penrith to win that one or Sharkies?
I can understand why the boys are going with the Sharks. I mean, let's not get too carried away. However, they did play the Canberra Raiders, who weren't real flash once their team went off. I will say this, though. Given the fact that what we've seen Penrith, they have been a little slower to start over recent seasons, whether that's got something to do with their pre-season or, sort of nursing the players back in. I could go with you. I think the exclusion of Jerome Luai is going to be enormous for them. They'll win a lot of games. They'll be in the top 4, but it's going to be enormous. I know how much highly regarded he is and what he's able to provide for that football side. Well, if you're going the early crow with the Sharks getting the job done, Vossy, where do you see the Sharks? By the fact that the Aden Fanua-Blake has come back into the team and provided, I suppose, a fair bit of X factor in that middle. Do they have the team that can go the next level?
Corey, I'm not even looking further down the track. This is just simply talking about round 1. I think they've trained the house down. Yes. The forward depth, I think they will start well. Whether they play Penrith in August and have the same result, I don't know. But I'm locking in the first one. Corey, you're going to stick around for the whole hour, though, aren't you?
Yes.
Cos is staying. You're taking a breath. I need to tell everyone that SEN League has 3 times as many games this year. At least 4 games every week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, plus Origin and Finals games. Heaps of magazine shows as well. Brett, been great to chat with you. You're in action tomorrow calling the Women's All-Stars game from 5 p.m. Hear it on SEN app. Big season ahead, Noddy. Great to see you again.
Always great to see you people. Looking forward to it.
Thanks for watching. For more great content, subscribe to SEN League, your home of the greatest game of all.